¿Qué onda, compas? Today I'm going to show you the machinery we use to go to high lights or high electrical circuits. So hope you enjoyed this video and follow me for a trip. So safety is number one precaution to operate this heavy machinery, because everyone wants to go home whenever they're done with the job. So for safety, you always have to have your hard hat, your goggles or glasses, your gloves, and I prefer a long sleeve shirt so you won't get cut up or something. Also, to do this kind of job, you have to have your lanyard on and your harness. So you just tie up the machine, and if something happens, you will stay on the machine. So right here we got the boom lift. This is the Bill Jacks. This is how it kind of looks like. It's 45 by 8. Equipment rental, if you want to rent it, shout out to Davis. That's how high it goes, 45 feet. Here are some of the operation things that it does. This is for the ground, the outriggers. This would be your outriggers right here. This thing levels by itself, so nothing will come out of control. Got a key, suddenly stop right here. You stop this and everything stops. Todo para. You got the bunny right here and the turtle. It depends how speed you want it to. The bucket control, the boom control. Then this is the operation, rotating. It rotates 360, I think, or 180 on each side. So right here we got my friends. They have their PPE, and we have our instructor, the one that's gonna show us how to operate this vehicle today.
Hello, my name is Mr. Torres. So what we're working with is it's a movable boom lift. And so this mobile boom lift that you see right here that Mr. Brian has already gone through and showed you guys a lot of the specifications on can be a very dangerous piece of equipment, but it can also be very helpful. So what we're gonna talk about now is how to actually move a boom lift with a couple of safety parameters in place. And as you've seen in front of us, we have a couple of guys that are going to guide us, just making sure that everybody's out of the way and that we don't have any potential dangerous issues come up, such as potholes or anything in the ground. So I'm going to go ahead and enter the vehicle on this back side into the actual boom lift. This is going to be the so-called cage.
The cage.
And I like to have two people in the cage so that we can have eyes on both sides, and that's going to allow us to have not only a set of eyes up in the front but eyes in the back, and we should be able to move this pretty safely even around students here on our center. And we're going to go ahead and demonstrate that now as we proceed. And we're going to go ahead and move. So boom lift moving.
Boom lift moving.
Now the thing that you're going to hear is that I'm going to expect all of the people on the job site to reiterate what I say or echo me at all times. When the students echo me, that means that they're on the same level with what I'm expecting. So when I ask them to, when I'm going to start moving, I'm going to say boom lift moving, and I'm going to expect every one of them to repeat what I say, like I said, so that we are all on the same page. So the boom lift doesn't move very quickly, as you can tell, and that's a good thing. Hey guys, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to this light over here and we're gonna service that light. Okay, so our perimeter is being set up right now, and what we have is we have one student at each perimeter point, or each cone, if you will. And what they've done is they've put this caution tape out there to go ahead and let people know that this is now a work site that you can't be in unless you're going to be part of the crew. Being part of the crew and part of the work site is going to entail a few things. Don't forget, we've talked about PPE, which is our helmet. We've got our safety glasses, we've got our gloves, and of course our form-fitting clothes, right down to our work boots, steel toe. And so with that being said, you'll see that we have our perimeters marked off. We have our guys, our spotters at each side, and it looks like we're about ready to get up on the lift to start making our way up to the lights.
Now we're gonna get up there and we're gonna control it from the main source. We're gonna service the light over there. So let's go do it.
Careful, be careful.
You gotta be really protective here because we want to go home. So we got our lanyard right now and our safety equipment to be ready to install the lights so we won't fall and be so much hazard. My teacher right now has his lanyard with him.
Good. So what I'd like to see now is I'd like you to go ahead and zoom around and take a look at what our perimeter looks like. And this is, we are inside with our lift of this perimeter that's been established by all of our friends here and our co-workers. So now we're going to take a look at our platform here, and this is where we're going to control us going up in the lift with. And as you can see, it looks a little complicated, but we're going to walk ourselves right through this. And it's going to start with having an understanding of how we should communicate while on the lift. So the person on the lift, the people on the lift are going to be responsible for everything that's happening on the job site. I'm going to have me a ground man right over here, the main source, yeah. So what this young man, this is Dylan Cochise, this is lead foreman here in electrical wiring, and I've got him responsible for working the ground game, if you will. The ground game is super important because if I were to hurt myself or get electrocuted up here, then I would be unable to bring myself down out of hazard. Dylan Cochise's job is to make sure that everything that we're doing as we're going up is done in a safe manner, and if something were to happen to me as the operator of the lift, he'd be able to bring me down by simply switching over and taking controls, and then he would be the main operator at that point. So we're going to go ahead and start with our riggers, making sure that our outriggers, we have 4 outriggers going down. And so we're going to go ahead and start with our communication and making sure that everything's in order. So, riggers down!
Riggers down!
Good. Now, what we're looking for is a couple of things. So when we look down at our lights here, we want to see that our auto level is showing 2 lights consistent on each one of our outriggers, our extended outriggers. The outriggers being lit up tells us that we're level and we're able to start moving the boom up. So we're going to go ahead and start moving our way up. So we're going to start with our main boom, and we're going to go ahead and make our way up, and we're going to go ahead and communicate that to everybody. Main boom up!
Main boom up!
And you'll see that it'll start taking you up really, really nice and smooth and easy. Good. Now at this point you can get a pretty good nice aerial view of what we get to see as we get a little bit higher up. And it's actually kind of fun if you're a little bit afraid of heights. Just a little bit of practice of being in the cage and working the controls will definitely help you be a little more effective in working up here. And that's what we're working on. So take a look at our cage while we're up. We've got plenty of room, and as long as we keep our cage nice and clean, we won't create any trip hazards, and we definitely don't want to drop any tools because we don't want to hurt any of our counterparts. So we're going to go ahead and rotate lift.
Rotate lift.
Now what we need to do is we need to find our way a little bit closer to the lights over here, and that's exactly what we're going to do by rotating our lift. So as of now, we're going to start rotating. We'll hit the button right here for rotate. I'll go ahead and give myself depress the lever, the safety lever, and I'm going to go ahead and start rotating. Okay, be sure to take a nice look at our beautiful campus. We are in the winter right now, so it's going to be a little dry, as is any campus. Take note that it moves very slow, and that's on purpose so that we don't have ourselves in any kind of danger. We're going to go ahead and continue boom up.
Boom up.
Good. So now I'm just going to give you a little example as we've kind of overshot our target a little bit, and that's where becoming a little more familiar with how your boom lift works is going to come into play real good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and drop it. Boom lift down.
Boom lift down.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use the extending feature, and I'm going to go ahead and extend boom, extending boom.
Extending boom.
I'm going to go ahead and depress, and I'm going to go ahead and try to get ourselves up closer to those lights. And as we get closer and closer, we'll just fine tune where we need to be in order to finish the job and do what we need to do up here. So we're getting closer and closer. Our boom lift is almost extended. And what we needed to do was come up here and actually tighten our cap down just a little bit. And so we're gonna go ahead and get our cap tied down. We're gonna make sure that that's down nice and solid because our wires are gonna be encapsulated in this, and this is gonna actually serve as our enclosure. So that being said, while I'm up here, I'm gonna go ahead and check the condition of my lights just to make sure that everything is nice and sturdy because we are about to hit the windy season here in Roswell. So I can't reach this light as good as I'd like, and I can't do the type of inspection that I really want to do. So once again, I'm going to move myself in a more comfortable position instead of just reaching over and putting myself in a potentially dangerous situation. So we're going to go ahead and maneuver that. Rotating.
Rotating.
Good. And I find myself to where I want to let Brian actually get close to that side. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to overshoot just a little bit, and I'm going to use another feature of the lift, which is actually kind of fun. Just like so. And I'm going to go ahead and just extend the cage out straight up. So here we go. Extending cage.
Extending cage.
Woo! And just like that, we're right where we need to be. So Brian's gonna go ahead and check. Looks good. And just want to throw this out there. Brian is now our shop foreman, so we're pretty excited about Brian being our shop foreman. There's a good look at a good shop foreman. We're gonna go ahead and make our way back down. We're done with the job that we needed to do. So we're gonna go ahead and bring ourselves back in. Boom in!
Boom in!
And we're pretty much just gonna set ourselves back in, reversing exactly what we did back out. So we went lift down, we went boom in, and now we're gonna rotate back in position so that we can set the lift safely back on itself. Rotating.
Rotating.
Take a look at all of our people. And this is what a safety perimeter should look like when we're working on a lift, especially in public. Now that we're done with the actual job, after we get back down on ground, what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow all the students to actually come up and get an opportunity to train on the machine, which is something that's pretty much it's kind of a perk of the training here at the Job Corps Center here. We do so well on center with a lot of the maintenance that we help them do on center that they rent us these types of lifts. We incorporate our safety plans and we use them accordingly. And with zero incidents, which is something I'm really proud of, with zero safety incidents going on, it continues to allow us to use this type of machinery for our training, which is a lot funner. Coming down!
Coming down!
Gonna rotate a little bit.
Rotate.
Okay, boom down.
Boom down.
Just like so. Now we're back down on the ground, and we've completed the job that we were supposed to do. Our lights are in fine working order. We're safely back, and we're gonna go ahead and move on with letting some of the other students get an opportunity to try the lift.
We're out here, Electrician 2018. So hope you liked the video about how to maintenance lights or how to repair or install circuits in high elevation points, such as this Night Falcon that me and my instructor and my fellows helped out to maintain. And if you did, give it a like, comment if you have any questions, subscribe if you haven't. I do some pretty awesome videos about my life and electrical stuff. And shout out to all my compadres or my compas that were helping me out, all my buddies that are in my team. I appreciate all you guys, and be ready for the next one.